collaboration and also employer engagement, I suppose, and in a sense, there's a relationship between them.
Absolutely.
We talked a few minutes ago about, how do you get people on one side of the table to decide, how do you get colleges and providers to decide, who offers what? Well, if a large group of colleges and providers wanted to get together to sort of federate or collaborate, then you'd have a mechanism for them agreeing who should provide what, who is best to provide what, specializing in curriculum areas so that actually they could do a better job with less money, which is kind of what I'm interested in, but also making the conversation much easier between the colleges and providers in a particular locality and employers, stakeholders. So that would kind of line up people at least on one side of the table, which would be helpful. The employer point is a crucial one because FE is not just about jobs in the first instance, but in the second, third, and fourth instances, it kind of is. Even informal adult learning is about engaging people who have not been engaged in the skills system so that either they or maybe their children will see this is a good thing to do and it'll improve their likelihood of getting on in society, and that includes getting a job. And of course there are lots of people, most people that are certainly on the adult side already in jobs, going to colleges, or on the young people side wanting jobs. So at the end of the day, what the best colleges do already is have very close relationships with the employers in their area. I've seen some fantastic examples of colleges. I've gone to see colleges where actually, when I went to meet the college, I was actually meeting the employer along with people. Local employers came along to talk to me about the college because, they go to the college and say, look, we're building this plant, we need these people for the next 2 or 3 years, here's the plan. And that's fantastic because that's, colleges can then say to their prospective learners, X% of previous learners got a job. And that focuses diminishing public money on generating the outcomes that it's meant to generate, which is jobs or progression into higher or further education, ultimately leading to jobs, or engagement with informal learning that might eventually lead to jobs, or the children getting jobs. And it kind of breaks a little bit the sort of assumption that you give someone a qualification and that means they must get a job, doesn't it? Whereas in fact, that hasn't always been the case. The system has responded to our funding strings that said qualifications, 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 we don't care what they are, just produce them. And they complained, well, you're forcing us to do things that people don't want. And the employers, yet on the other hand, were saying, well, the system isn't delivering. And that's the disconnect. And it's the one I used to get it in the neck for, and now I'm quite happy to say that I'm going to transfer that responsibility to localities where actually they can do something about it and understand the problem.